You cannot avoid the harvest unless you confront justice fully. Have you ever wondered why, despite all our laws, political reforms, and social programs, the deep wounds of history never seem to heal? We talk about land expropriation, stolen wealth, and generational inequality, but the solutions we propose often feel like putting a small bandage on a gaping wound. They scratch the surface, but the pain, the imbalance, and the unrest remain, simmering just beneath. Why is this? It's because we're trying to solve a spiritual and universal problem with purely material tools. Political and legal fixes alone cannot stop the harvest. What harvest, you ask? The harvest of consequences. The unavoidable balancing of scales that is governed not by human courts, but by universal law. This isn't just about a single act of theft in the past. It's about a chain of events, an accumulation of injustice that echoes across generations, affecting everyone involved. This is where we need to look deeper, beyond the headlines and the political debates. We need to understand the unseen mechanics of justice. The Time for Justice course was created to pull back this curtain. It's designed to illuminate how injustice, especially something as profound as the theft of land and livelihood, doesn't just disappear. It accumulates, it builds a kind of energetic debt. This course explores, in detail, how this karmic justice operates. It explains how the harvest of consequences is exacted not only from the original perpetrators, but also from their descendants. It even shows how this imbalance affects the ancestors of those who committed the injustice. It's a ripple effect that spreads backward and forward through time, creating persistent cycles of struggle, conflict, and misfortune for one group, and a legacy of unearned burden for another. Think about it. We see families who, for generations, can't seem to get ahead, plagued by hardship, while others seem to carry a weight they can't explain, a sense of unease or misfortune that feels disconnected from their own actions. This isn't random. It's the harvest in motion. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, is always seeking balance. When a great injustice is done, a great imbalance is created. That imbalance will seek resolution, one way or another. Ignoring it is like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. Sooner or later, it will burst to the surface with force. But here's the crucial part. It doesn't have to be a destructive process. The Time for Justice course isn't about pointing fingers or assigning blame in a punitive way. It's about revealing the path to true restoration. It's about understanding how we can consciously and willingly participate in balancing the scales to achieve lasting peace and societal harmony. This is the only real solution. True reform isn't about writing a new law or redistributing assets in a purely mechanical way. Those actions can be part of the process, but they are hollow without the foundational understanding of what is truly required. True healing requires acknowledgement, a deep, sincere acknowledgement of the harm done. It requires accountability, not just legally, but morally and spiritually. And it requires aligning our actions with universal law. So, what does this look like in practice? It starts with education. It starts with learning the principles that govern these unseen consequences. The course teaches you to recognize the patterns of karmic justice in your own life, in your family's history, and in the society around you. It gives you the tools to understand the source of persistent conflict and struggle. More importantly, it shows the way out. It outlines the steps for achieving genuine balance, peace, and restoration. This involves specific actions and shifts in consciousness that go far beyond what politics can offer. It's about making amends in a way that satisfies the deep-seated universal need for justice. When this is done, the cycle is broken. The harvest is no longer a force of retribution but a gentle rebalancing that brings healing to all. Descendants of both the wronged and the wrongdoers are freed from the burdens of the past. Ancestors can finally find peace. Society can finally begin to build a future on a foundation of genuine harmony, not just a fragile truce. Justice cannot be escaped, it must be faced. But facing it doesn't have to be frightening. It can be the most empowering and liberating journey you ever take. The solution for stolen land and wealth lies beyond the shouting matches of politicians and the cold texts of law books. It lies in understanding and honoring the profound, universal laws that govern us all. I invite you to explore this further, to ask yourself, what is the only way to truly balance the scales of expropriation and its generational cost? The answer might surprise you, and it has the power to change everything. This isn't just about correcting a historical wrong. It is about creating a future where such injustices are unthinkable because we understand the full weight of their consequences. It's time for real justice. Thank you for watching. If this message resonates with you, please subscribe to the channel for more insights on navigating the deeper currents of our world. We'll continue to explore these important topics together. See you in the next video.